Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the McMinnville, Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 6 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, July 17th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So first off, looking at the active listing situations, we had 14 new properties list this last week in McMinnville. You can kind of see that's up from the prior week, but kind of in line with where it's been in overall over the 6 weeks here. Ended the week with 50 listings on the market, which you can see is kind of a high for the 6 weeks. It's gone from a low of 43 up to 50. So modest increase in the amount of supply in McMinnville over the time period here. Median list price in the days on market for the active listing. So the red bars is median list price. You can kind of see that it was a low of 556. And then it went to 610 for a couple of weeks, 620, and this last week came in at 623. So we have seen a gradual increase over the past month or so in the average or the median list price. And then days on markets, pretty telling here. You can kind of see the increase there. We went from a low of 11 days 6 weeks ago, and it's kind of been steadily climbing throughout the 6 weeks here, hitting the 30-day mark. So we've been talking about kind of a slowing market overall, and we're certainly kind of seeing that a bit in McMinnville with the amount of homes on the market and the time that they're on the market. Moving to the pending sales, this last week we had 12 new pendings in McMinnville, up from the prior week, but you can kind of see again, it's been within 7 to 12 per week. The total number of pendings as of the end of the week is continuing to decline a bit. We hit 80 this last week, down from 88 the week prior. You can kind of see we went from 94 down to 80 over the 6 week period. The median price and days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see that's been coming down. We were at 625, right at 525 for about a month, and then the last couple of weeks it has been declining. This last week dipped down to 483, and then the days on market for the pendings, that has been fairly steady, high of 7. It's been 5 the last couple of weeks. So the things that are still selling or going pending are going still again pretty quickly, less than a week of market time. And then lastly, we'll look at the sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this info together, I show we had 9 properties go from pending to sold this last week. And that's, kind of in the middle of kind of where it's been, up from the prior week, but had a high of 18, a low of 4, kind of right in the middle of that. And then when I look over the prior month of activity, or the prior 4 weeks here, we had 36 homes sell in McMinnville, and that's been coming down. You can kind of see here over the past 3 weeks. And then the median price and the days on market for the solds, the median price has been, modestly increasing. Had a low of 478 here 6 weeks ago. Hit a high of 500 about 3 weeks back. This last week came in at 497, up a bit from the prior week. And then obviously days on market has been very, very steady at 7 days on average. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So red bars is the weeks of inventory, which kind of you can really kind of see the progression here of more inventory in the market. So we were under 3 weeks of inventory here 6 weeks ago, and it has been certainly gradually climbing. This last week came in at 5.6, so about 5.5 weeks of inventory roughly. And then the sale price as a percent of the list price, you can kind of see that that's been holding very steady, between 100 and 101% over this past month of activity here. So while the market is slowing, prices are, certainly, coming in close to the listing, original listing price still. So again, definitely kind of in a market in transition. Certainly not calling it a buyer's market by any means yet. It's with only 5.5 weeks of inventory, that's still a seller's market. But based upon the trends of higher supply and lower sales, again, I'll continue to watch this, but I would expect this to continue to grow here in the next, over the next month or two, and we'll see what happens with the sales price, but I would expect that probably start to come down a bit. So I hope this weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. I certainly will welcome the opportunity to become your trusted realtor for life. So just give me a call at 503-680-2065. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have about what's happening in the current market and how it might affect what you're looking to possibly do. So I thank you for watching, and you have a great day.